that ho, hey, that ho, hey, that ho, hey, that ho, that lady, 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 ooh. She speaks of me. She speaks of me. She speaks of me. Oh, 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 she speaks. He is, how speaks, he speaks, how speaks to me. Hey, she speaks of me. How she speaks of me, dreams of me. She speaks of me. Ooh, 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 ooh. She speaks of me. She breathes, she bleeds, she breathes of me. She breathes of me. Oh, she speaks, she speaks, she speaks of me. Ooh. Ooh, 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 I'm honey, 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 honey. So honey, 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 honey. I'm honey, 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 honey tonight. Welcome everybody. I wasn't sure what I was going to do today, but then I had quite an intense sex dream about someone that I thought ghosted me but hasn't ghosted me. People are just busy. People are just busy, you know? Like, they don't text you back for 3 days. They're just busy. Samra, they're just busy, honey. I was on my Instagram, who saw me? I've been ghosted by 2 people. Why do people come up to me in the street to talk to me if they don't want to talk to me? Because they're busy, they have jobs. It's called cost of living, Samra. It's called 2-3 jobs. It's called freelance this, freelance that. You know? Does anyone else have that where you start getting crazy? Yeah? Who ghosts? Oh wait, it's going to be the theme tune in a minute, but I do want to just get into this real quick. Who ghosts people? Any ghosters in the room? Let's find them. Who are they? Nobody wants to own up. Some of you owned up on the Instagram. I won't call you out. It's a private, confidential space. It's giving. Feel free. Anyone that wants to play that game with me. I've had 5 hours sleep. Okay. We're back in the room. Time for the theme tune. Hey! Holiday! Hey! Hey! Holiday! Just warm up with this, everyone. I do this every time. I made it. What are you doing? Welcome to the call centre. Welcome to the holiday. You've been late. Yes. Every day for the last 2 years, babe. What do you want us to do at this point? Slip back. What do you want us to do? Yes. I've come around now, guys, because I do actually work at that. I've come around and I like it now. I realise my job is kind of meaningful, if you're fucked. Right, we're over it. Welcome to the call centre, everybody. Woo! If you have been, or you haven't been, I'm just going to remind you what it's about, what's all going on, what's happening. So the Call Centre is a monthly performance programme where I invite artists, writers that are concerned with the voice, the unspeakable, to present something, a new work, a new piece of writing, or a refashioning, whatever it is that they want to do in this space. And then we just get into it. But actually, I think I realised I really love it because there's a level of attention in the room that I just really fuck with. And I was thinking last night, I was like, oh, I never say to people, film or don't film, do this or don't do that, but everybody's just doing what feels fab. Feels fab, right? Yeah, thanks. Let's just start with compliments. And so, this programme runs June till December every year. Although I'm actually thinking, guys, feel free to let me know what you think, because I love you and I want it to be good for you. What are we thinking about maybe moving it out of the space? What are we thinking about a bigger space? Because it's giving cosy. It's giving cosy. But do people like being cramped in? No. Okay. Okay, cool. That's the review I needed. Lovely. Welcome to the call centre. This is what? What are we on now, Mairead? How many have we done this year? This is the 4th one this year. Which means there's only
10 overall.
There's only 3 more.
3 more.
There's only 3 more. Okay. Anyway. Introductions. I'm so happy to see everybody. Wow. Are people in the corridor? Oh, sorry. But yeah, so I think maybe back it up a little bit. I think, yeah, bigger space is giving. We could do with a bigger space. People are offering. I'm getting offers, which is why I'm bringing it to the crew. Are we rearranging? Let's rearrange. What I'm really hoping for is that someone will just put it on the telly. Then we have unlimited space at that point.
Yeah, if anyone knows any telly people...
If you know telly people, let them know.
Let us know.
Because what we want is if we have it on the telly, then it means that we have performance art on TV.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Get it on Dave.
Get it on Dave. Grace, you've always got the best ideas.
No, that was a joke.
I know. You know, diversify the audience.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Top Gear and this.
Okay. I'm gonna take this off now, I think, Sam.
More cables.
No, I don't need more cable. That's it. That's me done. Sam, I put that microphone down now. Okay, so yeah. Woo. Do I have sweat? Have I got sweat patches? No, surprisingly none. I feel
in a certain angle it hits.
Oh.
But now not. No, not hitting.
No. What about this one?
Do you want to sit here?
Yes. Yeah, more so.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's more of a shadow than a mark.
More of a shadow. Okay, anyway. Okay, right.
It looks good.
Okay, thank you. Compliment number 2. Just one more and I'll leave. Yay! So welcome everybody to the call centre. This really is just me making a little exit for a technical thing that I'm going to do. And I'm going to introduce from here. Hey, UK.
Hey.
I'm glad you made it.
Me too.
Okay.
Me too. that was close for a minute there.
Yeah, it was scary.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's intense. Tell you all about it later.
Okay, glad to have you. Right. So, welcome to call centre number 10. Thanks for sticking through my prolonged introduction. Sometimes they go on for 30 minutes. But they're only meant to be 10. Programming. So today, call centre number 10, we are welcoming Dove, Christine, Kirubi. London icon, world international icon, and so happy to have you here. I think that's true. That's true. That's true. Come on, that's true. That's true. Okay. That's true. It cannot be true. It's okay. For a work entitled REDOLATRY. Hello, welcome. Dove Christine Kirubi is an artist, poet and flute player based in London. She's the author of WILDPLASSEN, published by the A7 Press, and Partures, published by Gong Farm. So everybody, big round of applause.
Let's let everyone get settled and stuff. No, it's too dark.
Yeah.
But can you put it on super low?
Yeah, I'll try.
Like super low, maybe turn around.
Oh, nice.
Maybe
That way.
a little more, like face the wall. Yeah, that'll do it. Reeds are not birds. Is this who C is? What she looks like? I don't know. I have not been able to meet her yet. I can barely bring myself to say her name, as they say. C would say. Saying C is barely an alive thing much less a thought of or than a woman, much less. In this film I tell the story of a woman. It could be any woman, in any country. I'm sorry if this situation is not seen as a good one, and if this doesn't lead to a heightened consciousness among the audience as to what the struggle in Africa is all about. I have no time for films filled with political rhetoric. Realize this. If I'm awake, I'm probably thinking of surgery. Is that bad? Is it so bad to be awake? Is it so bad to be awake? See, what word would you have said or done? Her thoughts barely communicating, not even communing, basically just commenting. I'm communing with her. Fucked up her me. I'm outside being looked at, communing with her me. I'm her me, against all forms of nationalism. What does it in fact mean to be French, Swedish, Senegalese or Guadeloupean? Nationalities and borders between countries have to disappear. For me, there are only exploiters and the exploited. That's all. Like a kind of skin. Not skin, but something like one. And I'm not skin. Just kind of like something that is also a bit like skin. I'm her me. And not unkind. Just not kind. Her kind. She's my kind of me. She's kind of like me. Anyways, is this who she is? What she looks like? I don't know. I've not been able to meet her yet. I can barely bring myself to say her name, as they say, as C would say, stuck on her word of being seen, and kind of like what I was trying to be. Her word is horror of being seen, is hopeful of being seen. She really was a word, like me. Chronologies only record the bad days. Life only publishes good ones. Is this okay? Are you okay? Did you get home okay? Is this fine or should I be worried? I stood under the underpass between the South Bank Centre and the National Theatre on the 13th of May. It was 23 degrees in the sun on the bridge above me, and I followed that old Levi-Strauss question. What is writing for? It is for keeping track of the work of the slaves. I stopped walking. How do you share a world with people that hate you? Can there be speech without promotion? Can there be improvisation without proposal? Can there be interpretation without invention? Can there be dark rectangles instead of trees while smog laminates the river? Can I have more of these pleasant explanations? I need them to access a public life, please. Distressed WhatsApps. These are the thoughts of the state. This is what the state thinks of you. This is what you think of the state. Our writings are the thoughts of the state. We share this thought of living with each other. Our writings imagine each other living like this. We share nothing but our writings' nameless illumination. I stare at a bright rectangle on the edge of a glass building. Is it time for me to promote and build the world now? My turn in the tolerant sun. Night and day conform to each other, and all the good days are really bad. My question is about sharing the world with people that hate you. Taylor's question is about becoming the body that can finish the book. I stop perfecting myself immediately. I sleep on the same soft rectangle that you do. I share a flat with my friend. I spread estrogen and gel on my arms and thighs. I've made something from a situation that once seemed impossible. My question is not about possibility or impossibility. I don't know the difference between an epiphany and an example. Friend, this is written in your voice. Friend, the state is thinking. Do you really think that ginger gives you energy? Only caffeine can give you energy. Only food can be broken down by your digestive system into something that can give your body energy. Only women are women, if they look like them. Only articles that are published are truthful. They tell me what I want to know. I sit on a bench beneath the shade of a few trees planted in the sidewalk, facing away from the river and towards a loud site where some buildings are being demolished. Everyone that was there that day could feel how hot it was. Here's a thought. and we should all know whose it is by now. I refuse to use the men's toilets. Did you know that you can just refuse to do what the people who hate you tell you to do? That is what they say power is. All day long we look at it, under the hot sun, under the miserable cranking clouds. Well, we are visible now. We can walk along the river, or we can cross the bridge, or we can go in a shop. Can you tell me where the power is? I just need to use your public power. Public power is for customers only, and all the money has run out. Is that really the truth? Can no one bear to look at each other anymore? Is that really the truth? Is that really the truth? A stranger takes a picture of me, not even trying to be secretive. I keep one copy for myself and let them have the rest. Then I go home and make another copy. Dysphoria we feel. Without a doubt, it would be hypocritical to deny that striving for a more cisgender-looking aspect is often in reality a consequence of transphobia and ostracization, and an important need from trans people to feel safer in their daily life. If you are considering facial feminization surgery, my advice would be to think carefully about the reasons that led you to that decision. It's important for anyone contemplating having surgery to recognize that the ultimate goal of FFS is exclusively to feel more welcome in our own world, which is ruled by laws that only we dictate. Well, whenever I walk from my place to the overground station, this was especially true when I first started my transition, and I'm still early in it. I would take the back road through Elm Grove because I found walking down the main road hectic. I would get looks and comments and shouts, and so even at night when it was dark, I would walk down the quiet back roads. But I started to change my mind about this. Bambi pointed out that she always walks down the main road, even in the night, even with the comments and shouts. I want there to be witnesses. If something happens, she wanted there to be witnesses, other people there to see what happened, if something happened. What is writing for? Writing is the thoughts of the state, the public truth of language, a public ruled by laws, dictated by a word like me. Is this who C is? What she looks like? I don't know. And where was this? Oh, it was a place in Peckham, what's it called? Oh, Copeland Park. No, Copeland Gallery, I think. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. There were more chairs than dancers, and a huge dance mat in the middle of the space. So the audience were all sitting in a narrow strip between the mat and the wall. And a number of people sat in the chairs. And what happened was that they would play music. They didn't agree on any of it in advance. And slowly, the dancers stood up with their eyes completely closed, and they would start to move. And every time they would move toward the edge of the circle, the people sitting in the chairs would stand up. And sometimes they would move very slowly, but sometimes, really hurtling towards the edge of the circle. And the people in the chairs, their friends, they would wait. It was very gentle. They didn't rush to. It wasn't about control or fear. They waited and let them explore the edge of the circle. They let them. And then at the very last moment, would just come close and tap here or here. And they all moved beautifully. But then Jamila, Seraphine 1369, came out at the end and, and it was about trust, love. And we were talking after about it, and I said, oh, so it's about love. And Jamila said, if you saw your friend coming towards you, dancing with their eyes closed, how could you not love them? Reads.
I'm not bird.
I should try to find out which way we are
Because
going.
this who C is.
Over and over the
What she looks
passage.
like.
Itself a
I don't
development
know.
of a method of
I've not been
dispersal.
able to meet her yet.
But I cannot accept that
I
these
barely bring
walls
myself
cut
to say
across
her
windows cut into amounts of money, occur in the imaginations of real people, that we imagine each other living like this, unsafe under these dark abdicate rings, that it still seems possible to solve our living like this, not regardless, but even because of the circumstances. And if we strike ourselves from these reliable systems, to say nothing of refusal, walk this way to tremblant plenitude of the trust, iterative rhythm, this way to movements inhalatory weathering, this way to shimmer winglessly between states. If this lifelike thing staying close to the death of a language, the remains of something which is perhaps unkillable or undying because it is like an automation or automaton, staying close to that which is a suppression of life, hurtling towards the omission of what life can create, the altogether otherness or absolute alterity that the poet seeks to encounter, the two kinds of strangeness next to each other. Her tendency towards silence, a complaint intimate with resurrection maybe, responding and corresponding with it, which is not to commune with it, but in a different communication, in parallel potential, none of which she could keep unworded. She took a walk, not to where the park gets crossed by the road, and alleys propelled from the window, slipped to dusks and traginuity gridded too densely, with sleep lost to repeating, awake to its years, fallen from branchless dreams. And what kind of trees were here? From her camera it hit height where, when she first came here, she thought the mud would fall from the trees, into what she'd been trying to say. I'll see you there. I'll see you later. To her friend who she missed to text. That under the plate of biryani and east by Cambridge Youth Station somewhere, undid their discovery of each other's innermost cities. And if she could have seen the dreams that hang through the air as scaffolding, the whole thing happening in the mirror, she would have done things differently, herself with the wind knocked out, placed between her and this, her interdiction, not avoiding where the glass is being looked at, her being looked into in public, no public, no music, no form flown to the window, no soul thread through it. In a deep free draft, I lent my biro to someone. I needed to sign a birthday card on the bus. Two friends going together. All day long we looked at the agreement we made to light one another in the same color as people moving around together in the bushes. A person can make a sound a little bit like a bird when just 2 days were there, tuning in dust the way that a night could be, and casting wings over the solitary, at which I could not stop standing, and in the watching switched up perimeters, shimmering wingless, the bird turn against the citation of that first marker. Just 2 or 3 holes to blow through the park's redundant, repeated materials, and stain the page of a marker some things just said in a conversation. Pieces which Harp is playing scattered across the incomplete voice of the instrument. His rationalization was a sentencing to borrow, ape, and dupe all its anxiety about air it framed in two, like the shaking bus window where I borrowed them the green biro. She likes green. It took me a second to get this, to return to write through the glass the word wait in glowing white, reversed, pausing and tiny to listen in on my constellate jotting. Another walk through the park, at knee to the mud, by the way I found the special pink flower under the mulberry tree. I didn't go beyond Chimney, so don't know about the noise near the lake, crumpled with the through-line score, the inert ambition of my recording. The bird ends up as its suspect, trembling inhalations apart of these redolatory clusters required by the song, commas awakened in plurality that don't confirm world and why confirm what the world has stepped in focus. Sometimes I can't do all its commas, jammed into the fist of the forum, and so create this small version, a song of which I know only the notes I copied out in the draft, of each guy flow in the iterative dart. It wasn't when it came back anything more than the profile of dust and air, beyond me knowing what time it will be, or if I will decide to wander back towards the weather front, the border that I might not get to see again. and these that are just the thoughts of someone weak by themselves. A kid on my block is leaving for school. I hear the song's proportionate means of achieving legitimate aims through the window. I'm a copycat, I'm a copycat, I'm a copycat. The difficulty of writing the whole poem. I'll walk away from it. Anyways, I'm built to emit valueless proposals, softer than the reeds, and shared in shared aspects, the great game of hide and seek that would see us all in names. Our skyless fastening of politicians returned, even against the nuns, bus driver, teacher, or tenant, and I still want to live with what's fixable, to look down the path for what I cannot record, an excess of volition, this thing in my voice, whose equivalent I will not seek elsewhere. I don't want what they have. My fiction turned broken enough, impulsive wings, the key with no air, glinting metronome. It is theirs versus my inflamed piss taker. The song's thrush taken in, its oily induced idiom that speaks not of just one piss, but in a single stream. And there is something of a trope here. Passing for a beautiful, unfragmented day, a long walk in reaction to the immitant suns. But the bird thing is the trope proper to the language, the draft that turns through its iterative rhythm, redolatrous strings that travel in or on, or as air. I hear the voices outside, and ache to speak the intervals together, and impart the dust, and its extension to run against what becomes an instrument as soon as I touch it. And this word cannot even nominate its own barbarism. If it's at home in this particular instance of communal utterance, turning and returning to have its obviousness forgiven, the instrument just splits stick against which eddies of air are made to vibrate, jealously, suspiciously to hold the outside against itself, watched by it as the birds that I still remember how to play, and while I remember how it goes, I remember reading against the air and it moving its embouchure through me, the overworlded murmuring player, glancing at the hidden score. And when the sun left a mark on the ground, I used to play it. I used to be able to play a tune that was just a single interval in her voice, beautiful enough for a birthday, an interval that took our shape away enough to gather in idle redolatry, succinct as the afternoon that I seek in everything, or the key that sings just enough its song in perfect double for the nowishness of air. Could I sing it again? Her voice spanned birthday left a shining mark on the ground, out into the key of the interval. We played enough to see the nowishing in air, trembling ears' attention fluttering over the window tied to the rod. And the flute is parodic. Birds are not reeds, and writing can be epistolic too. Like all these citations I just copied out to tune the ear, pressing heavily into the spring for as long as the bird is there. I switch paths to where the bleating reeds cross, in lossy compression, double back on myself, the bird edging the double of the path. For I pass someone, he says sort of and makes a fluttering motion with his fingers, and then they die down. Being early in my transition, ancillary to what that sequence implies and requires of me, this thing in my voice. Untreatable birds I could refuse to even begin to identify what is in need of repair. I walk and breathe whatever the cars do, and we cross each other past the new mud-deepened lakes, and I lend to it a separate date of when that first reed was cut, and air remembered through it, and pretended to sing like me the chants that held the birds' innumerable griefs, in clear exposition of the solo, or doubling render of the melodic idea, or something else, or a surface resistant to its advances, dropped off of a cut of seeing, named in two. I could wander around and blow guys in the park or against what the recording anxiously pretends to be, the hospitable environment of its material, its vision for something better possessed by these relentless figurations. Listen. The birds don't sound like anything, written in audible solidarity to piss all over public floors. And then I can write the transcriptions here, and press against them the motif or motivation of my desire to live but not possess, like anything, like me, like not bird but something bird-like bird breath, tan bird brain, a tan bird brain. I don't want what they have, I don't want what they have, I don't want what they have, I don't want what they have.